Hey guys, it's Casey. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing something with this epoxy resin pigment paste from Let's Resin. I've got the yellow out and I have the white out. Okay, and we're going to be using also the Deco ROM neon pigment paste set. I've pulled out the yellow and the orange in it. Or the amber is what it's called, lime and amber. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up I've got mixed up my 2-part epoxy resin by CRAFTOR. This is the mold we're going to be using. Isn't this cute? It's adorable. Love it. And I've mixed up 4 ounces of epoxy resin. Okay, this is my CRAFTOR 1-to-1. You get a discount on this if you go to BoneCrafter.com. You get 20% off using CWV-20 as your code. And it is an amazing resin. It really is. It's a great resin. Okay, we're going to fill up our little cups here. We're going to do 3 full cups and 1/2 a cup of our resin here. We want just a little bit of the white, and we want a lot of the yellow and the orange and the lime. So we're just spreading this out as equally as we can. I've got a little bit left over. I'm going to pour it off into the white. I know I don't need this much white, but what can you do? I'm trying to make equal amounts of everything. So here goes our yellow. It's a pigment paste. It comes with this tab on top of it. You got to pull this tab out. Throw that away. And then just put your lid back on. And it's best to keep these upside down, guys, so that your paste runs to the bottom. Because I was having to squeeze the bottle just to get a little drop. But I was wanting to keep it pretty transparent. This is an opaque pigment, so I was just trying to go with 1 drop and see how 1 drop did. And I got a good color with the 1 drop. It's very transparent. But I think it was a little too transparent for my taste, so I add a little bit more. Just added another couple drops. It doesn't take a whole lot with this, guys. Not a lot at all. Okay. So I got it to a semi-transparent stage. Now we're going to go in with our white epoxy pigment. And we're going to mix up our white. Same thing, I had to take the tab off. Now I'm just going to squeeze in a little bit. This one I need opaque, so I squeeze in a little bit more than I did with the yellow. And then I've just mixed it up really well. And with these epoxy pigment paste, you really got to mix it up well, or the pigment will drop. Remember that. It's best if you mix it up in a small amount of resin before you mix it into a large amount. I always suggest doing that. Mix your pigment paste in a small amount of resin first, then pour it into your larger amount, and then mix that in, because you're going to get clumps if not. Epoxy pigment paste does clump. Now these from Deco ROM, they're more like an alcohol ink in a way, but they're not. They're thicker than an ink, but they react like an ink. They're not paste-like at all, but they are considered paste. I don't know. It's weird for me. But I got this beautiful lime color. And it is highly transparent. Very transparent. Very translucent. But it is so pretty. That's going to glow gorgeously under a black light. And then here's our amber color. Put a few drops of it in. See how it reacts like an alcohol ink? You can see it across the top of the... When I mix it, it looks like an ink spreading. I don't think you have problems with the pigment settling in these, though. So that's pretty cool. Okay, now that I put you guys through mixing all of my colors, we're going to skip on and layer our colors in a cup. What I've done is, I lost footage, but what I did was I layered the color with the amber first, and then I went in for the yellow, and then the lime, and then the white. I just drizzle. Didn't need a lot of the white. And then I just pour it in the center. And that's what I'm going to do with the rest of this, is I'm just going to layer it, pour it in the center. Let it fill itself up. I'm out of resin, so I've got to scrape. My 4 ounces was barely enough to fill this guy up. It got almost to the tippity top. I would suggest mixing up 4 1/4 ounces, just so you have that a little bit extra. I thought he was supposed to hold 3.8 ounces, is what I was told. But he held every bit of 4 with needing a little bit extra. So, I would really suggest mixing up about 4 1/4, 4.5 ounces. Somewhere in there. You might have a little bit left over, but you can do a jewelry piece. Or you can throw it in a chuck it all in mold where you just toss up all your extras. I've got an extras mold set in here myself that I've been working on for quite a while. It's just gathering dust. Okay, I've got all the resin I'm going to get out of this cup, I believe. And I've got a little bit of clear left. I'm going to pour the clear down in the center. You won't be able to see this clear. This clear is just going to go in there as a filler. Now that he is filled up as much as he's going to give it that clear, I think I'm going to scrape a little bit more of that clear out and get it in there. But now I've got a little bit of white left over here to the side. I'm going to put the white in at the tail and the feet. I thought that would look cute anyways. Having the extra really helped because of the white in the feet and the tail being white. That looks really cute, or will look. Okay, now I'm going to pour the rest of this white in here, and as you can see, it is almost full. It's not completely full, but it's full enough. We're going to leave it be at this. I'm not going to mix up an extra 1/8 of an ounce to fill this up. I'm just not, because that's a lot of work for just a teeny tiny bit of resin. I'm just going to take my stick and I'm going to spread it out and make sure it touches all of the areas, and maybe it'll be enough. I know resin does have a tendency of shrinking a little bit. Bone Crafter is not a very shrinkable resin. It doesn't shrink much at all. But we're just going to leave him be like this, and we're back. It's been 24 hours, and we're going to take him out of the mold. Here he is, guys. Look at that. Isn't he gorgeous? I love him. I love him so much. He come out so beautifully. You ought to see him under a black light. He is phenomenal under a black light. I love his little bill and his face. I love the way the white's streaming through it. He just come out so beautifully. I love him. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next Friday. You have a blessed and beautiful day. Thank you for watching.